train, and the pump got me thinking. So I figured I'd tell a little bit more about my experiences lately, what I've been up to. It's been a while since I posted. Been up to a lot of work, just getting stuff done. Making programs for my clients, just catching up on some of the stuff I got behind when I started making other content. But earlier this month, I ran a race. I think I mentioned before, I like to run. I run for fun. I do it occasionally. So I like to run long distances. I'm not much of a sprinter, not really a fast person. I don't really enjoy like that kind of fast pace. I just enjoy like running. It's more of a mental thing for me, more so than the physical at this point. But I ran a 10-mile race and it was fun. I ran the All-Army 10-miler at the Pentagon in DC. So if you ever get the chance to try it, it's right on the Eastern Shore. It's a nice big race. I think there was 25,000 people, so there was a lot of people. So it's always nice to run in a big crowd. And I just ran with a good friend of mine, and we just talked the whole time. And that's a good way to get a nice rundown. But so I ran the Army 10-miler October 8th. I ran the Baltimore 10-miler earlier this year in June. And then in July, I competed in a DecaFit competition. I guess the best way to describe that would be like some kind of CrossFit competition, somewhere between like weightlifting, not just resistance exercises, but also like cardio. We ran laps in between. So I run now. I ran cross country and high school a couple years ago. And yeah, I do it. And so yeah, I just wanted to bring it to you guys. So today, I just wanted to share with you guys that I just want to give you some tips about running. Give you 5 tips to help you become a better runner, because I think it's important that you get some kind of cardiovascular exercise in. You don't have to run, but humans are literally made for long distance endurance type running. So it's in our nature to run long distances. So maybe we all should. But I just wanted to give you guys 5 tips to help you become better runners. So number 1, if you haven't ran before, or if you're just getting started after a long hiatus or a break, I suggest that you start small and you start soft. Running is physically intensive, and while it's a great way to burn calories, it's tough on the body, especially like if you do it how I've done it recently. I've noticed that street running or just running on cement or hard surfaces, that kind of impact, you start to feel it on your bones and your joints a little more than if you ran on the grass or if you weren't running at all. So my suggestion is start small, give your body time to acclimate. And then 1, as you get more used to it, it'll start to feel better. And then 2, a good pair of shoes is everything when you're running. So that's right to my next tip. Start small, a good pair of shoes, because a good pair of shoes will keep your feet soft, they keep you from getting blisters. You ever ran a race? If you've ever ran a race with a blister, you know it's the last thing you want to run a race with. It's just unpleasant, wholly unpleasant. But so good shoes are everything. They need good cushion, they need a good support, so they don't let your ankles flop everywhere, because you don't want to be one of those people with the floppy ankles. I'm flat-footed, and so I step on my foot weird. I step on the outside of my foot. So when I was younger, my ankles used to go back and forth when I used to run. I had to manually make myself stop doing that. But anyways, tip number 3 is to gradually build up. And when I say gradually, I mean maybe in the beginning, you can double your distances. So when we're talking, you might start with a lap one day and then do 2 laps next week, or 2 laps the next day, and then 4 laps the next time. But once you get beyond a mile, you should really start only kind of increase your next day's mileage, your next day's run by about 25%. So not 100%. So if you're doing a mile, you only want to increase it by a lap, or 0.25 of a mile. You don't want to go too much more and just put that much stress on your body. Like I said, it's calorie intensive, and it's hard on your body, but your body will adapt. But that's the reason you want to give it time to adapt and not go too hard. It's just like working out. It's a balance of stress and recovery. If you cause too much stress before you can recover, that's how you get injured, that's how you get stress fractures, and that's how people don't like running. So let's start small, let's get some good shoes, and then gradually increase. And then tip number 4 is kind of 2 tips in 1. That's how I love giving you guys them good deals. But the first part is to stay hydrated. And the second part is kind of to stay carved up, because carbs provide a lot of mental and physical energy, and you're gonna need it. So I suggest you stay eating clean carbs, whole food type carbs, not the highly processed carbs. Stuff like potatoes and I don't even know, other stuff that has healthy carbs. I have a list and I'm just drawing a blank right now. But carbs and water. Stay hydrated. When it comes to water, you want to drink about half your body weight in ounces. I've said this before in one of my older videos. So if you're like me, 200-pound male, you should be drinking about at least 100 ounces of water a day. Running's probably gonna make you drink a little bit more. You can tell by the color of your urine. It's disgusting, I know. But the darker it is, the more orange it is, because that's how some of you guys be looking out there. I've seen it. You guys don't flush, and that's disgusting. But the darker orange it is, the more dehydrated you are. So you want your urine to be as clear as possible. That goes for males and females. So stay hydrated, keep your diet up, stay carved up, because those carbs give you energy. And then tip number 5 is to don't stop the other physical activity because you're running. I think lifting weights is supposed to accommodate or improve your life. So if you stop doing something else to do it, you're kind of missing, that's the opportunity cost, when you don't really have to sacrifice anything except time. You're missing out on one benefit when you could be getting them all. So when I say that, don't stop stretching, or even maybe stretch a little bit more when you run. Do some dynamic stretching before with some static stretching afterwards, or just don't stop resistance training either. I know a lot of people have this misconception that you can't run and work out at the same time. You can. It's really nice and fun actually. But even in the grand scheme of things, you can work out one day and run, and if you do it smartly, neither one has to be a detriment to the other. So you could do a little bit more leg-based exercises to help you build strength in your legs if you notice you're feeling sore. And then from there, it's just working on those type 2 fibers, so those endurance-based fibers, and just getting more practice with those when you're in the gym. So those are my 5 tips to help you guys become better runners. Check it out, share it with a friend, like, subscribe down below, and thank you guys for watching my video.